From wherever you are on Earth, Happy New Year from where I live, Sydney, Australia. Or was it a Happy New Year? Let's have a look at this. This is some interesting information that I completely agree upon. It's about the broadcasting of the world's best fireworks display in Sydney, Australia. The broadcasting apparently sucked, according to some people and even me. And I really want to talk about this today. Australian Broadcasting Corporation cops backlash online over woke coverage of Sydney's New Year's Eve fireworks. These were the hosts. These were the hosts for the show. I didn't really mind the hosts. They were okay. They did a decent job. But this is this. ABC. I almost said ACDC, but anyway, ABC blasted for tragic New Year's Eve snooze fest. And even Fox News America got on the bandwagon, and they're like, you know what, we're going to do it too, with a picture of China. But anyway, forget about the picture of China. Australia ABC rings in New Year's Eve with an embarrassing woke bang, whatever that means, woke bang. It gets blasted as a disgrace. This video is my first video this year, so congratulations to me. We are filming videos live, guys. If that sounds interesting, give us a like and subscribe. But I do want to aim this video to the ABC broadcasters, to the producers of the TV show, because I want to give you guys some constructive feedback. I have been, and I've done the whole Sydney New Year's Eve thing probably over 10 times in my life. In fact, wasn't one of the first times, but one of the many times was the Sydney 2000, 1999, 2000 fireworks. We all secretly thought, everyone, millions of people around Sydney, we all secretly thought the Y2K bug was going to shut everything down, but it didn't, thankfully. But is ABC shutting down us viewers and our belief that they can do a good job? Gosh, that was a great segue. Let's have a look at this. I've got a few things that I want to show you guys right here a few things that I've written down right here. I'm going to show you guys a little bit of the live broadcast, what I think they're doing wrong, and my constructive feedback to make their show, or ABC next year, or Channel 9, or whoever's going to have the rights to the fireworks next year. Hopefully someone sees this video and realizes, hey, that's actually a good idea. Let's talk about this right now. Now, I do have a first YouTube channel, number one, which is where I do travel vlogs, and I have made 3 New Year's Eve videos, professional, videos everywhere. I don't even know what I'm trying to say anymore. I've made 3, not everywhere, but one's in Surfers Paradise, 2016, and then I did 2 Sydney New Year's Eve fireworks, 2017 and then 2018. People really love those videos. I'm going to show you 15 seconds of one of my videos plus about a minute or 2 of the professional one that was filmed this year, and I want you to tell me what looks better. Yeah? All right, I mean, it's subjective. You probably will pick theirs, because why wouldn't you, right? But anyway, have a look at this. This was the actual live broadcast. Let's watch some of this right now. Let's click play. Now, I have sped this up a little bit so you guys aren't bored, okay? First of all, the stage. I think the stage is blocking the Sydney Harbour Bridge a little. I think the stage needs to be placed in such a way that you can see not only the bridge, but the Opera House behind it. So the camera's facing the stage, the Opera House and the Harbour Bridge need to be in shot. This image is too dark. You actually can't really see the bridge behind it. You can in some shots, but not really. So let's count down right now and see where the problems lie, right? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year. Now, this particular shot is a great shot. It's well lit. It looks great. Some of the newer shots you'll see in a second, aerial shots in a second, are really dark. The aperture is too low. The ISO is too low. The shots from a certain point onwards become really dark. It's just like this one right here. Terrible. Not only that, a lot of these shots are coming from an aerial point of view, right? Some of these are good shots, like that specifically is a good shot. But for me, who has experienced Sydney New Year's Eve many times, including my friend's apartment in the North Shore, right next to the Harbour Bridge, right opposite the Sydney Harbour Bridge and the Opera House, right opposite the Opera House, right on the other side of the water. When you're standing there, and I'll show you this video in a second, when you're standing there, you really get to see it above you. You get to see it to your left, to your right. You get to feel how small you are with those fireworks around you. Whereas these shots, there's so many aerial shots going on. I just feel like it's a huge disconnect. You know, everyone loves a nice little drone shot here and there, right? Everyone likes a nice little, you know, that's the point. Little. It should be in little segments of aerial shots. I believe that these shots that we're looking at, it's not good enough for a TV network. A, it's too dark. The picture is too goddamn dark, and it just makes us think, oh, well, look, there's Sydney. It's a huge city. Right, we can see it from up here. But you don't really feel anything inside because you're not at camera, you're not at human level. What I really believe is there should be reaction shots of people like, oh, look at that. And then the camera swoops around to the Harbour Bridge, and we see people from behind their heads seeing the bridge from the side. And once again, I'll show you on my video in a second, right? These shots just disconnect you from everything. It shows you our beautiful city, yes, but it just doesn't make you feel that thing like you would really be there, right? It's like when you watch a basketball game on TV. You see the back shot, the wide back shot of the whole court and them running backwards and forwards, but then you see the beautiful close-up shots of their faces and they're going from side to side trying to score points, right? In this instance, this looks like it's mostly a wide back shot. It just doesn't look good. There should be much, much more closer shots. And I'm going to give you a quick example right now what I mean by that by showing you my video. This one right here, literally 15 seconds, and that's all we're going to watch. Here we go. I'm literally on top of a building opposite the Sydney Harbour Bridge and the Opera House. There's the Opera House right there. How cool is that? You get to see people's faces or the back of their heads. And you know what? I will actually fast forward a little, just so you guys can actually see what's actually going on here. So I'm on top of this building with my cousin. I've got some really cool music going on. Super excited, as you can tell. And I might just turn that music down because that music used to be free at one point, but I don't think it's free anymore. There I am, quite literally opposite the Opera House, right? In these shots, you get these beautiful zooming in shots. You get to see the fireworks really up close from the bridge. I mean, how amazing does that look? There's me and my cousin Anthony. You get to see people with smartphones. It brings you back down to a human level, as opposed to these 20 fucking mile away shots in a helicopter or in a drone. It seems like 60 to 80% of ABC's broadcast was a drone shot or a helicopter shot. It seems like 60 to 80. Whether it was different, I mean, I'm varying quite a bit there. 60 to 80 is quite a big variant, all right? But these shots on top of a building, and other shots on top of a building as well, would be great for the actual broadcast, right? I mean, these people with smartphones, get people's reactions, just a very quick glimpse of their reactions to see their excitement. There's my shot of someone's iPhone getting a shot from the iPhone. I thought that was a fucking marvelous shot. And this is all done by me, right? Look how close I am. And of course, once I'm zooming in as well, it looks even better as well with the Harbour Bridge and the Opera House. But going back, once again, to the professional broadcast, which is right here. It's constantly in the distance. And it looks extremely dark. Why? Once again, this has been sped up, right? That's why the music sounds sped up. Now, I also wanted to say the music was just one constant DJ song. I mean, it's not a bad song, but it's a missed opportunity. This is Sydney, Australia. I mean, this is the best fireworks display, supposedly, on earth. And it really is. I've seen it more than 10 times in my life in person, right? Why not broadcast the best of Australia's music to the world in I think these fireworks go for about 12 minutes, from midnight to like 12 past midnight, something like that, roughly like that level, right? So have a pre-done DJ mix of Australia's best hits, or the best hits from this particular year, or a mix of this year and the best hits ever. You know, Kylie Minogue, Icehouse, stuff like that, right? AC/DC. Wow, how incredible would that be? Maybe the rights would be a bit hard to get for those particular bands, but that would be so much better than this particular song. I don't know if you can hear the song, but it's a snooze fest, as they called it, right? The shots are just too far away. It's too dark. The aperture and the ISO need to be up, way up. I can't see anything, especially if you've got a TV that's really, really low, like an OLED. Some of the older OLED TVs are really lowly lit, backlit, right? Look at this shot. You can't even see what's going on. I saw this live on my screen, and I was like, what the hell? What the hell? And when you compare that to my video with just one camera, I've got just one camera, zooming in, zooming out, getting some specific amazing shots here and there. This is just constantly far out back, away from everything. I feel disconnected. I want to feel small when I watch this. I mean, in theory, looking at this, pretending to be a god is cool in a little bit. Like here and there shots, okay, like that, cool. But to have it like this constantly, no. Close-up shots, let's get the reactions going. ABC, if you're watching this video, and you will be because I will be tagging you in this, the producers and all that, get your fingers out, raise the apertures up, and get the apertures up. Raise it up. Chuck a Josh Groban. You raise me up. But hopefully not on the air, because there's just too many aerial shots, right? Once again, going back to my specific video, and watch this time lapse. I even did a time lapse with a GoPro. I mean, have a look at this, right? You're up close, you get to see the fireworks. You're not disconnected with everybody else. I better mute that before YouTube does something with my account. I'm not going to get paid for that one, am I? You get to see people having fun, but this is obviously a time lapse that the ABC wouldn't be able to do the time lapse. I'm aware of that, but that's just give you a demonstration of the shots you can get when you're close up like that, right? What do you guys think about that, right? Now, there was something else I was going to say before we go. Dark picture is too low. Too many sky shots. Want to see more ground shots, people reactions, the phones, you know, right next to the Opera House, the Harbour Bridge. Now, there's this one last thing I want to show you right here. Have a look at this. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with an aerial shot if done in moderation. Have a look at this. My idea for the next broadcaster to do a broadcast of the fireworks in Sydney, Australia, or anywhere for that matter, is to have an actual FPV drone flying through. It's a beautiful little hand movement there. Flying through the actual fireworks that are flying up high, right? This shot that I'm about to show you is a cool little demonstration of that. GoPro Awards, FPV drone inside of a fireworks show. Let's watch this right now. And watch carefully what's actually happening here. The camera is actually going through some of these fireworks. Now, you could have some of these moments happening like this, right? With the Opera House in the background, or with the Harbour Bridge in the background. Not just a dark picture like that, but have those specific city locations like Circular Quay in the background as the drone goes through some of these tall fireworks. And the beauty of this is the drone technology is there. We can broadcast this live right now. And even if the drone got hit by a fireworks or two, and if it crashed, the cameraman's just going to basically go to the next picture anyway. Who cares? It's collateral damage. You've just got an amazing shot of the Sydney New Year's Eve fireworks broadcasted live all around the world on YouTube. Wow. And I mean, it would be a talking point. Imagine the drone gets destroyed. It's going to fall into the water, right? There are no boats around where the fireworks are going off. There's a lot of boats in the distance, but not where the actual fireworks are going off. So if the drone crashes and burns, it's going straight into the water. It would be talked about in the media. It would be a talking piece if that ever happened. Please make it happen. Fly a drone and crash it into a piece of firework into the sky. That would be incredible. What did you guys think about the snooze fest? Before I go, I will just say this one more thing. Me and my mum, we watched the midnight fireworks on the TV, but I did go watch the 9 p.m. fireworks at my local park in Sydney, just near Sydney, where Parramatta is. I'm not going to give my location away. No, thank you. Anyway, I watched the fireworks in the park, but then I came back home and watched the midnight ones with my mum. We did watch the ABC broadcast on YouTube live, like 10 p.m. We just saw some random bands playing. We didn't know who it was. Honestly, forgetting about the fireworks for a second, it was a boring experience. We watched maybe 5-10 minutes of it, and I said to Mum, look, this is a bit boring, do you think? She's like, yeah, it is actually. Do you want to watch something else while we wait for the fireworks to come on, the midnight fireworks? And she was like, yes, please. So we literally watched something else. I put my phone on to do the alarm at 11:45 p.m. And of course, once 11:45 p.m. alarm came on, that's when I put the ABC broadcast back on, and it was still showing random bands. Of course, when I put the camera on, this Australian artist called Tones and I. She's really famous. She has some really good songs. She was on at that point in time, which was cool. But it was just a boring broadcast in general. I wished they would have done more like walking shots through the crowd. Like I said, I never watched the broadcast, so I don't know. Maybe they did do this, but here are some more ideas, right? They could actually go and walk around the crowd, get some interesting crowd reaction shots of people yelling and screaming and oh, I'm having fun in Sydney. And another thing, right? There's this family that do the fireworks all around Sydney, and they've been doing it for 25 years. Family business or something like that, right? They could do a puff piece on them. Do like a 25-minute puff piece. I would be interested seeing how they build these fireworks, what chemicals they use. I know it's probably going to inspire some firebugs to build it at their house, and that's probably not a good thing, I know. But, show us how it's built, how they truck it to Sydney, how they put it on the harbour bridge and inside the Opera House on the top. Like, if they showed us these things, I would want to watch the whole broadcast. It's just a boring broadcast. I hope I've given you guys some good information if you're a producer or, one of them kinds. If you did, give me a like and subscribe. And we're making videos on both these channels every now and then. This is my first video for the year on the 2nd of January. I've been a little late lately, but those social medias, I'm Tall Boy Gareth. I've been told my name's Gareth, and I'll see you beautiful people tomorrow. See ya. Happy New Year. Bye.